Dear students, our today's lecture is devoted to the effectiveness of pedagogical activity. So the effectiveness of pedagogical activity depends on the level of formation of students' skills. Positive I concepts, positive attitude toward yourself, self-esteem, self-assessment, and sense of self-worth. A teacher with positive self-concept is characterized by the following characteristic features. The first one is a sense of self-worth, confidence in the ability to perform their chosen activity. Also, strong belief in impressing others in general and their student in particular. The desire for maximum flexibility, the ability to emphasize sensitivity to the needs of students. Of course, emotional balance, possession of a style of easy, informal communication with the students as well as with the parents.
So we can see that the effectiveness of pedagogical activity is one of the most important indicators of a teacher professional success. It reflects not only the outcomes of students' learning, but also the quality of teaching, the emotional climate in the classroom, and the teacher's ability to inspire and guide learners. This diagram highlights four major components that determine the effectiveness of pedagogical activity. At the center of the scheme is effectiveness of pedagogical activity, representing the overall quality and results of educational process. Let's take a closer look at each of the four components connected to it. The first is student learning outcomes. This is the most direct and measurable indicator of effectiveness. It includes students' academic achievement, progress, and ability to apply knowledge in new contexts. When learners demonstrate deep understanding, critical thinking, and creativity, it shows that the teacher's methods are truly effective. However, it's important to emphasize that learning outcomes go beyond test scores. They also involve the formation of values, attitudes, and life skills. The second component is professional competence. This refers to teachers' mastery of pedagogical knowledge, methods, and personal qualities. A competent teacher not only understands their subject deeply, but also knows how to adapt teaching strategies to meet the diverse needs of students. Professional competence also includes communication skills, digital literacy, and the ability to integrate innovative technologies into teaching. A teacher's ongoing professional development directly impacts their effectiveness in the classroom. Next, we have the classroom environment. A positive classroom environment is essential for effective teaching and learning. It involves mutual respect, psychological safety, inclusivity, and collaboration. When students feel supported and valued, they are more motivated and engaged in the learning process. The teacher plays a key role in shaping this atmosphere by promoting cooperation, empathy, and a sense of belonging. The fourth component is student engagement. Engagement shows how actively and willingly students participate in the learning process. An effective teacher can capture students' interest, maintain their motivation, and encourage independent inquiry. Engagement includes emotional, behavioral, and cognitive involvement. Students are not just listening, but thinking, questioning, and applying new ideas. Together, these four components, student learning outcomes, professional competence, classroom environment, and student engagement, form a comprehensive model of pedagogical effectiveness. When all these elements work in harmony, the educational process becomes meaningful, dynamic, and impactful.
So the style of teaching activities, a stable system of methods and techniques that manifests itself in different conditions of its existence. So, for example, in temperament, reaction time and speed, individual work rate, in the nature of responses to various pedagogical situations, also in the selection of teaching methods and the means of education. Of course, in the style of pedagogical communication in different social areas, in responding to the actions of children, in the manner of their behavior, also in preference to certain types of encouragement and punishment. And the last one, in the use of means of psychological influence on children. So, if we consider the influence of the style of pedagogical management of educational activity on its success, so here we can see different 4 styles: democratic, authoritarian, informal, and different. So here, let's consider the real rate of the first style, activity style. So that is a democratic. So the real success of the democratic style is approximately 75–90%. Expert assessment is 6.3, while self-assessment of this success is 6.1. During the practical lessons, we will consider the other styles of activity success. Now let's consider approaches for distinguishing styles in the approach of Markova and Nikonova. So, the first one, content characteristic of the style, orientation to the process or result of their work, deployment of the teacher's orientation or control stages of their work, dynamic style characteristics, including flexibility, stability, switchability. And the last one is performance, level of knowledge and skills, interest in learning. Styles of teaching activities might include emotional and improvisational, emotional and methodical approach, reasoning and improvisational approach, argumentative, methodological. Thank you very much for your attention.